Yesterday, Sega broke everything with the announcement of tons of franchises returning from the dead or something like that. The announcement, which came from nowhere, took everyone by surprise, including yours truly. Of course, I'm talking about the quote-unquote announcement of the Streets of Rage and Golden Axe that are being developed by we don't know yet. I will talk in this video only about Streets of Rage because it is the game that has more to be seen here. Golden Axe looks amazing, but the footage revealed very little when compared to Streets. But before jumping to that, hi, I am Savino, and welcome to the Flying Kick channel. First, let's take a look at the few seconds we have available. Yes, this is clearly a 3D beat'em up, there's no doubt about that. It reminds me a bit of an old prototype that circulated around the web some time ago, and I wonder if this game is somewhat based on that one. Now, let's rip this trailer apart. The footage starts with Axel preparing what seems to be a special move that ends with a kick, but there's a weird cut right here, showing that this is a separate scene from the next one. Here you can notice a palm tree on the corner that is nowhere to be seen in the next scene, which leads me to believe that this kick is completely unrelated to the previous scene. This first scene is actually the end of a super move of sorts. You can notice a signal being knocked down on the back, and this also proves once and for all that both scenes are unrelated, although they seem to be the same in the trailer. Here we can also notice some nice texturing work with the rails in the background lacking paint in some parts and cool graffitis all around. In the scene displayed in neon there are a few homages to the Sega Saturn with this sign here, and also this one with 3 kanjis that translates as Segata, thanks to Pixel Leaker at Twitter for the translation, which could be a homage to Segata Sanshiro, a Sega Saturn's mascot in Japan. There's another Saturn reference in the next scene too, but before that I must mention the skate with Kings written on it, and this sign here, Jax, with a knife, that is an obvious reference to this guy here. Another detail here is the letters ROS. The S is hidden by Axel's leg, but we will see this is written all around the game. In the second scene we can spot Saturn written twice over the big robot, and also the ROS painted with a crown on the wall. I have to mention the nice reflections on the floor. I'm not Digital Foundry, but these are not ray tracing, which is a shame because it would look even better. We can see some painting effects coming from Axel here in this scene too, but way more discreet than what we can see in Street Fighter. The scene is pretty cool with lots of neon lighting, moving machinery and chains swinging, some pretty good attention to detail. The lighting is amazing, you can see the light from the floor spreading around Donovan's leg, accentuating the details of the model, which I must say looks pretty good. So, in this next scene there's a lot to unpack. First, this seems to be on the same level as the last scene. We can see the same speakers here and in the background, so they are probably showing only one level in this trailer. We can also see the ROS written all over the walls, once again accompanied by a crown. See this palm tree? This is the same palm tree from the weird cut from the first scene, so this reinforces the idea of everything being on the same level here. There is also this graffiti here that I have no idea what means. Also this poster here will appear a little bit ahead. This guy on the back, I thought it could be Skate, but we will see why I don't think it's him in a bit. There's another character with the same effects on the feet. And here we can see a white signal and a white Gaussian, and I don't know what they were doing because Axel is pounding a regular Gaussian here on the floor. This glow around the enemies in some moments is a curious thing. Here we can see Signal glowing at the same moment he starts running toward Axel. Does it mean he is ready to attack? Will enemies glow before attacking? It would be a pretty weird choice, let's see. We can also see the Garcia knocked down by Axel glowing right before being smashed. It seems he is trying to protect himself or countering your move. I'm wondering if this means that you have to tackle the enemy and then quickly press attack again to smash him before the enemy can escape from you. This scene is also gorgeous, with some cool lighting, lots of reflections everywhere, and some fog in the background giving a lot of depth to everything. As I said, a lot of attention to detail. In the final scene, while pretty quick and shot in a way that doesn't reveal too much, we can see Axel unleashing a flaming grand upper that seems to have a big reach, as we can see by the scorched floor here. The enemy, as you can see, has the same effect on his feet as the one I previously imagined could be Skate. We can also see a can of something falling from him, maybe it's an item for us to pick up, not sure what this means. We can also see the same poster from the last scene and the speakers that we have been seeing everywhere on this level. Oh, also cool physics on Axel's bandana and in the garbage can. Look how it reacts to your movement. Although the lead is acting a bit weird, it seems. It's cool to see objects reacting to your moves because it makes everything look even more powerful. And what about you? Did you notice anything cool? I'm sure there are a ton of things that I missed, so let me know in the comments what you saw and what you think about my findings. And are you hyped, disappointed? Tell me in the comments. Other than that, I hope you all have an awesome day, and remember, keep it up.